Oh my God, it's an exciting day. We have, I think, just solved the market selection problem for all land investors. Now, if you guys are new here, my name is Sumner Healey. I run a business called landinvestor.co to help folks start, grow, and scale land investing businesses. Now, if you've hung out on this channel for any amount of time, you know I'm quite passionate about market selection. In my view, everything in your business flows downstream from the markets you decide to participate in. It tells us the kind of quality of deals you can get, tells us how quickly those deals are going to sell in terms of dispositions. It really simplifies every other aspect of your business. You see, most land investors, they throw a dart at the dartboard, or they just pick other markets that other land investors are working in. They don't do really any critical thinking. Now, if you've watched our market selection videos, you know our market selection process is a little bit complex. And if you've ever done it, you know it's quite time consuming, it's quite challenging, it's quite annoying, but it's a real necessary evil. So what we've been working on over the last few months is a piece of code, essentially a software platform that goes and reviews all of the counties in the US, finds the markets with the highest level of demand, aka the best sell-through rates, breaks it down by every single county, breaks it down by the different types of properties within those counties. Every county, we're collecting over 49 different data points, and we've packaged this up into a newsletter. And what this does is every single month you get this newsletter refreshed with the last month's data that shows you exactly where to be spending your marketing dollars, and essentially takes all of the guesswork out of your market selection. There's two things that this achieves. One, it allows you to pick the best markets, right? Get a bigger ROAS, get more bang for your buck, have better marketing, better deals. It makes everything in your business just flow much more seamlessly. Two, it buys back your time. I would challenge you to say, how much time are you spending on market selection in your land business right now? You see, the problem that I realized is you could solve this relatively easily by having a data analyst on your team. And that's frankly what I've preached for a long time. Get a data analyst, get a data analyst. The truth is, a lot of folks in this business that are 3 months in, 6 months in, a year in, 2 years, 3 years, whatever it may be, really can't afford to bring on a data analyst. It's actually one of the most expensive roles in a land business. And so A, either people can't afford it, B, people don't want to manage them, or C, they just don't even know where to find them or how to hire them, how to train them, or any of that stuff. So the idea that we had is, what if we fractionalized the cost of having a data analyst on your team? What if we made it 1/10 of the cost, but gave you all of the benefits? So we've done all the training, we put together all of the data, we put together all of the resources, we refresh it, aggregate it every single month, and we package it up and deliver it to you. Right? If you had a data analyst on your team, this is exactly what they would be doing. They'd be going through and scrubbing all of this data, presenting you a spreadsheet that says, hey, here's all the data that we found, here are the best markets. To generate the thousands of different counties, to generate the thousands of different data points that we're finding would require a data analyst to work hundreds of hours a month. In fact, you'd actually need multiple data analysts on your team to pull this off. So the way I look at it is like, cool, well, what if we go through all the hassle of building this big team of data analysts, we do all of the work there, retrain them, get them to do the work, and then you pay a fraction of the cost and get the deliverable. And that's exactly what we've done. Today, I'm so excited to roll out our monthly market newsletter. The name's still tentative. We're still trying to figure out the name, but the value is obvious. You can buy back time in your business. You can have the resource of having a data analyst for 1/10 of the cost or less, and you can take all of the guesswork, all of the pain out of your market selection, and you can explode the efficiency and the ROAS from your marketing. For example, we had a Leah member get a 21x ROAS on a recent campaign following this exact framework. In simple terms, that means you put $1 into your direct mail and get $21 on the back end. It's pretty insane. Now, here's the rub. We are capping this because I think at a certain point with too many people in here, value starts to diminish for everyone. And so by virtue of that, we have to put a cap on it. Now, frankly, I think something like this could probably support a couple hundred people, but for starters, we're capping it at 50 people. That means 50 people that can get access to this. And if anyone ever leaves at any point, a new seat will become available for future users. Truthfully, I don't think anyone's going to want to give up these seats because once you're grandfathered in, you're in. So giving it up would be foolhardy because it might not come up again. Now, at the time of this recording, we've yet to release this publicly. Now, when you're watching this video, it has been released, but I need to preface. First, we are just giving access to Leah members. So Leah members get dibs on this first. Whatever's remaining out of that bucket of 50, the general land investing public, you on this YouTube channel and you in Discord, Discord, you on our email list, wherever you're seeing this, will have access to any of those remaining seats. Something really cool that we're working on as well is we're working on another iteration of this that goes and actually breaks down all markets by zip code. This is going to be millions and millions of different data points, and it's a ginormous undertaking, but it's something that we're working on in the background as well. But for starters, we're rolling this out just for counties. Frankly, the county and the zip code market selection will probably be a different service because the zip code process is going to take thousands of hours of work to put together and is a ginormous undertaking. Now you might be saying, Sumner, cool, this sounds awesome. How would I use this exactly? Well, let me run you through the play-by-play. So what happens is on the 15th of every month, you get a newsletter delivered to you that goes and breaks down the thousands of counties that we've identified to be at a really good starting point. So the truth is, not every single county out there meets a requirement. So some counties, we just kick them off the list. It's just an obvious no-go for us. So we've whittled down that list. And then in that list, every single month, we're updating the data, repopulating it with the most recent data, and then breaking it down by county, and then breaking it down by size range within each county. And so you get this deliverable sent to you on the 15th. So you go and say, cool, I'm looking to acquire land, let's say in Texas. Well, you go through and look at the Texas section. You go through and look at all the counties. You say, this one's a clear winner. It's at a 30% sell-through rate each month. This one's a clear winner. It's at a 45% sell-through rate each month. Then you go look at it and say, well, in this market, it really looks like the 10 to 20 acres are making up a lot of the demand. Cool. You go over to your data provider, data tree, let's say, you go and pull data for the 10s and 20s, whatever it may be, then you start working it and pricing it. Now, one thing that's important to note is that in this newsletter, we're not telling you what markets to choose. We're just giving you the data, right? That is still the decision of the operator or of the business owner. The truth is there are some great markets out there that can flop. What we're trying to do is get as close to the right answer as possible, but you have to understand a lot of what we do in this business is draw conclusions or create assumptions, and then we test those assumptions with our marketing. And so the reason that we don't want to say, hey, this is the market you should market to is because frankly, we never know if it's a sure thing. We're just trying to put together the data to get us as close to an answer as possible, but the real data that you're going to get from this business is the cold hard facts is the results from your marketing and the deals that you end up doing in that market. That is the best data you'll ever get in this business. All the data that's available online is really just trying to get us as close to the right answer as possible. The other thing is we want to teach you how to fish. We don't want to fish for you, right? I want you to learn the skill set of identifying what a good market looks like. Now, I don't want you to have to go through and scrub LandWatch or scrub Zillow or scrub Redfin for hours or days or weeks trying to come to the conclusion of what one good market is. I want to give you all that raw material, and then you're going to make the judgment call on where you want to go in terms of states and then in terms of counties. And then the next process from there is once you're going and identifying the markets that have the demand, then you got to figure out how am I going to price these, right? Ideally, you're looking for pockets that have homogeneous pricing. Now that might look like selecting by acreage range, that might be by finding subdivisions, that might be using polygons and breaking up portions of the county, whatever that may be. Now the cool thing is with the zip code market selection process that we're working on, that's going to be a little closer to getting you pretty much perfect for pricing as well. Most zip codes have pretty similar pricing. So that will actually make that process one step easier, get you one step to the finish line. But again, you still have to use your discernment to pick which markets, and you still have to figure out a way to reasonably price them. That is not an easy undertaking, but I can tell you this process alone from what we've split tested will save you about 10 to 20 hours a week on your market selection if you're mailing at scale. The other thing is if you're a brand new land investor, let's say even you're not doing that much marketing, it'll give you as closest to the right answer as possible, right? You might not trust your judgment right now for going through and identifying hundreds of counties online, but if I can give you a clear picture that's visualized and you can see the visual representation and say, oh, the bar chart on this one's way bigger. This must be the right one. We're getting you a lot closer to having the right answer than going and picking blindly through whatever platform that you're using. So anyways, at the time of this recording, we have yet to release it, but once this is live on YouTube or wherever you're watching it, you can click the link down below to see how many seats are available. Again, we release these to Leah members first. There may be 2 available, there might be 20 available, there may be none available. I'm not quite sure, but you can go and check below. Now, I must say we are starting with 50 seats and we'll probably incrementally raise this over time, but really what we're trying to do is find that tipping point where we can fractionalize the cost and continue to make it more affordable. Because you have to understand, the more people that we have, the more affordable it becomes, right? Because we're fractionalizing the cost of having this data analytics team. But the kicker is, at a certain point, having too many people does start to degrade the value, right? This is such an edge in this business. This is such a defensible moat that if we just gave this to everyone, well, that edge starts to whittle down. Because if everyone and their mom is looking at the same market in Texas, it's gonna be pretty obvious where everyone's gonna go. But in my assessment, it would take hundreds, if not 1,000+ people to allow that to actually become a reality. So anyways, guys, I'm super excited about this. This is the most common problem that I see with land investors, people in Leah, outside of Leah, is the market selection. It is a real begrudging, annoying, tough thing to figure out. It takes time. There's a whole lot of risk in it. And frankly, most people just have a really sour taste in their mouth about market selection. The kicker is it's one of the things that matters the most in your business, right? This is the dividing line. So long as you're marketing enough, this is the dividing line between amazing results and okay results. So anyways, guys, you can click the link down below. As you can tell, I'm very excited to release this. This has been our pet project for months. I can't even begin to tell you the journey that we've had to go through to piece this together. It has been an immense undertaking. I'm very excited to release it to you guys. All right.